Hi, third grade. We're going to check the Unit 2 study guide. Our test is coming up, so we're going to check our work for our study guide. Let's take a look at number 1. Number 1 is all about fact extensions. Number 1 says fill in the box. Complete the fact extensions. Here we have 12 minus 7. That's a basic fact. We get 5. Now we move on to 120 minus 70. What do you notice about what's the same and different from our basic fact of 12 minus 7? We still have the 12, we still have the 7, the only difference now is we add a 0. So we can use our 0 trick, and since there's 1 0 on each side, we're just going to do our basic fact of 12 minus 7, that equals 5, and now we add our 0, we get 50. Again, we can use our 0 trick for our next problem, which is 1,200 minus 700. Again, our basic fact is 12 minus 7. Both those numbers are still in the problem. Now you'll notice we'll have 2 zeros on each side of our problem, which means we need 2 zeros in our answer, and our answer is going to be 500. Again, another basic fact, 8 plus 3 equals 11. Adding our 0, we have 80 plus 30, an extra 0 makes it 110. Again, our basic fact is still 8 plus 3 in there. Moving on to 800 plus 300, again, you still see our 8 and our 3. Now we have 2 zeros, so our answer will be 1,100. So notice you'll see the number 11 in our answer. Moving on to some more fact extension problems. We have 6 plus 8, that's a basic fact. We know that's 14. Now here's where it gets a little bit more tricky. We have 16 plus 8. Again, what do you notice about what numbers are in the problem and also in our basic fact? You'll see that our basic fact is 6 plus 8. We'll also see the number 6 plus 8 in our problem. Since we have a 1 in front of it, we're basically just adding another set of tens. So 16 plus 8 is going to be 24. Again, we have our basic fact in this problem of 56 plus 8. We have our 6, we have our 8. We're just basically adding a tens, keeping our 4 in our ones place. So you'll notice over here that our 4 is in our ones place. We get our answer to be 64 here. Moving on, 14 minus 9 equals 5. 24 minus 9 equals 15. And 54 minus 9 equals 45. You'll notice again, our 5s are all in our ones place. We always have our 4 and our 9 in our problem. So again, it's just like taking away a set of tens in this case. Now we have some word problems. 2 pythons each laid a clutch of eggs. One clutch had 47 eggs. The other had 32 eggs. How many eggs were there in all? So I highlighted the most important information in this problem. So I see in my question I have the keyword in all. So I need to think, what kind of problem is this? So I'm going to take a look at my math keywords, and I can see that how many in all is on my addition key. So I think that this is going to be an addition problem. So we need our number model. What we're going to do is we're going to take the numbers from the problem, see how we're going to use them in the problem. So one clutch had 47 eggs. So here I drew my one clutch with 47 eggs. The other had 32. So here's my other clutch. So if there's how many in all, that means I need to add them together. So my number model, I do 47 plus 32 equals question mark, because I don't know the answer yet. Now I'm going to go over to my number grid to help me solve this problem. So I'm adding 47, so I'm going to find 47. So I see it's right here. And I need to add 32. So I'm at 47. I can go down 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, and my answer is 79. You'll definitely want to use your number grid to help you if you need that. I don't want to just put 79 as my answer. I need to make sure I have my unit, which is eggs in this case. To check my work, I can use the opposite of addition. So I'd take my 79, which was from my answer, minus 47, taking a number from my problem, and that equals 32. Do all my numbers match up? In this case, they do. I have 79, 47, and 32. They all match up, so my answer is right. Number 3, Nikhil had $40 in his wallet when he went to the carnival. When he got home, he had $18. How much did he spend at the carnival? So again, I'm going to take a look at my keywords, and I'm thinking that this is going to be subtraction because it's taking away if he's spending money. So our number model is he's starting with $40. Then he's taking away 18 because he's spending that, and that equals question mark again because I don't know my answer. Going back to my number grid to help me solve this, I start at 40. Now I'm taking away 18, so I go up 10, so I'm taking away 10, so I'm at 30. Now I have 8 left I need to take away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My answer is 22. But is my answer just 22? Right, I need my unit. So my unit here is dollars in this case. So I put my dollar symbol. Again, to check my work, I just do the opposite. So I start with 22. That was my answer, plus the $18 that he spent, and that equals 40, which is the total he had in his wallet. So my answer here is correct. Again, all my numbers match up. Now I have a multiplication word problem. Let's see how I knew it was multiplication. Monica kept her doll collection in a case with 5 shelves. On each shelf there are 7 dolls. How many dolls are in Monica's collection? So I'm going to go over to my keywords. In multiplication, I see the word each here. So I'm thinking that this might be a multiplication problem, but let me check. I'm going to look at it again. So Monica keeps her doll collection in a case with 5 shelves. So here are my 5 shelves. And on each shelf, I know that there are 7 dolls. So here's my 7 dolls on my shelf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do that for each shelf, so I filled in my X's. So I know this is a multiplication problem. So it's 7 dolls times the 5 shelves equals my unknown. So I put a question mark for my unknown. My answer is going to be 35 dolls. So I know my multiplication facts. I can count by 5 since there's 5 in my problem. And again, I need to make sure I have my unit, which is 35 dolls. Notice that this problem has an array. That was one of our words of the week and a math term that you should know. So anytime it asks you to draw an array, make sure you're drawing something similar to this. Moving on to number 5. A class of 30 children wants to play ball. How many teams can be made with exactly 6 children on each team? So this is another tricky problem. So what I started to do is I made my 6 players on my one team. Then I made another 6 players, so that's a total of 12. Another 6 players, another 6, and another 6, until I got to 30 total players. Now I need to count how many teams that is. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams is my answer. Were there any children left over? Not in this case. Everybody was on an even team. A way to represent this as a number model is 30, that's my total amount of children, divided by 6 children that are on each team, and that is equal to 5, which I found as my answer. And if I were to check on my division keywords, I can see each group is on there, or how many groups, which is what I needed to find. So I know that this was a division problem. Finally, my last problem was number 6. I needed to fill in the missing numbers. My rule for the first one was adding 6, so 29 was given to me. So it was easy just to add 6 each time. So 29 plus 6 is 35, 35 plus 6 is 41, 41 plus 6 is 47, and 47 plus 6 is 53. This one is where it got a little bit tricky. So since it was going plus 6 this way, I needed to go the opposite way to go backwards. So I took away 6 and I got 23. So if I were to check my work, I could also say blank plus 6 equals 29, and I know that 23 would work. So 23 plus 6 equals 29, so my answer is good there. The last one was a little tricky. I had 32 given to me and 28 given to me. So I knew that since 32 is bigger, I could go backwards, which means I needed to subtract. So if I took away 4, that would give me 28. So I took away another 4 from 28, I got 24. 24 minus 4 is 20, and 20 minus 4 is 16. So I was able to fill in that pretty easily. So now I'm going backwards here. So instead of subtracting, I need to add. So 32 plus 4 equals 36. So if I were to check my work, so if I say, okay, 36 minus 4, does that equal 32? Yes, it does. And then I can keep going down each time and checking to see if my work is correct. Checking your work is definitely key. You definitely want to do that to make sure you didn't make any small mistakes. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you did well on this. We will be continuing to review, and good luck on your test.